You're now live, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Come on, there we go.
Good morning, Christine and Tom and Bernie. Morning, Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Ace.
Half the family's here.
Oh, it must be Alison.
Oh. Speaking of which, her significant other just joined. Like, hey.
It's time for Today in Yuma with Jennifer Blackwell and Teresa Straub. You can listen to Today in Yuma weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on C93 and Outlaw Country. Opinions expressed.
Maggie says hi too.
Those of station management. Feel free to give Jennifer and Teresa a call at 780-321.
Hi, Mia.
And now, Today in Yuma.
See, now you have to watch us.
Ready?
Yep. Welcome to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer Blackwell.
And I'm Teresa Straub.
We are here live on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook live feed if you'd like to watch the show live or even later in the day.
Yes, that's right. If you do not currently follow us on Facebook Live, we encourage you to do so. It's a way to get a behind the scenes of what goes on when Z93, Outlaw Country, and MonsterMediaYuma.com all go to commercial break. Jennifer and I stay live the entire hour. Plus, it's a way for you to interact. If you have any questions or comments for our guest, you can post them right there.
And today is baseball day.
Yay!
D-backs versus the Giants at 6:40 p.m. on Outlaw Country. If you'd like to listen to the game there, and radio is just so much different than TV when it comes to athletics. And we are giving you a chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to the D-backs versus the Padres game this Friday. Now, our text lines are on fire.
Yes, they sure are.
I guarantee you. We are going to take entries until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Mm-hmm. Then we will pick one winner at random from all the entries. You may text as often as you like, but we do, and we cannot emphasize enough, we do want you to be safe and please text responsibly, which means no texting and driving.
Exactly.
Game time is at 6:40 p.m. and the 4-pack of tickets are valued at $120. All you need to do is text the keyword D-backs, D-B-A-C-K-S. No emojis, no signatures, no adorable little baseballs or bats.
Although they're cute.
They are cute, but you will not get the bounce back. It does not enter you properly.
Exactly.
And I was scrolling through yesterday just to make sure that people were getting the correct keywords. Sometimes people will use a hyphen. A hyphen. Woohoo! A hyphen. It's because I'm thinking 4 steps ahead.
It's okay.
Half of one word, half another. Big difference. They will use a hyphen. D-B-A-C-K-S, all one word, and it's not snacks.
Somebody was hungry
Someone
yesterday.
text the keyword snacks, and I felt like I needed to send them a treat or something. But
That's
it's
poor
D-backs.
autocorrect.
I know. And that's what it probably
It was.
is. It
like
definitely
on my
is.
phone, I swipe a lot. And you get some interesting
Yes.
word selections at that point.
I don't know how I cannot use the swipe. I know that you use it a lot, and I watch you text sometimes. I'm like, how the heck? I do it, but it doesn't. It never is the words that I'm looking for. So
it learns
It will.
your habits over time, but you may be going too fast over certain letters, and you have to linger for just a second, and then it figures, okay, this is probably what she means, and the context of what I'm saying.
I see.
But the swiping, I told you guys before, I was making plans with family for Thanksgiving a few years ago, and I meant to say, can't wait to see you guys. And that's what I swiped, but it auto-corrected a message to my brother and said, I can't wait to see you bigots. And I just automatically send right after. I'm like, I'm sorry, that is supposed to be guys. But I don't know that I've ever use the word bigot on my phone. That's what was so weird.
It's just, it doesn't, I guess it just doesn't know me enough. And it's easy enough for me to just actually text it with, and I'm pretty quick that way. I could probably text as fast as you can swipe. So,
we have a full show today coming up. We have Alison Morgan from Arizona Western College and Joann Chang will be here to chat about the AWC Sustainability Fair. And AJ Mosqueda with the City of Yuma Parks and Rec will be here to talk about lifeguarding and some other summer opportunities that they have as far as jobs.
Yes, it's a way for our teens that are on summer break or, that are looking to make some extra money. That lifeguarding is definitely a great program.
And you know what? We are super excited to share this next information. We did share it on social media, but 5 Yuma High School students won prizes at the Southern Arizona Research and Science Foundation Regional Science Fair that took place last week in Tucson. Luis Flores Juarez, Gabriel Villarreal, Arturo Villarreal, Eileen Lopez, and Shrithi Parajuli took part in regionals because they won prizes at their respective school or county science fairs in January and February. And Rivera and her prize-winning students, that's Morelos Rivera, she's the club sponsor. They're returning to Tucson, or they were there, I think, over the weekend.
I think they were
to get the rewards. But we want to recognize Jacobo Rubio Barcena, Nathaniel McIntyre, Liliana Colodi, Stephanie Zamudio, Isabella M. Ortega, Juliana M. Ortega, and Priscilla Armenta. They participated at regionals. And then we received additional information this morning recognizing Luis Flores Juarez from Yuma High School as the student selected for the finalists. And we are so excited to recognize Yuma High School because they won the top high school category.
That's fantastic.
And I am loving that we are seeing Yuma High on the map as far as so many different things go. They have a cheer tryouts are coming up this weekend. Also, we talked about them a while back, but we want to let
they had a clinic of some sort.
Yeah, they have cheer clinics that are actually coming up tomorrow through Friday, and practice time will be 5:30 to 7 p.m. for criminal cheer at the old gym, and the official tryouts will be this Saturday. Warm-ups at 9 and tryouts at 9:30 until they're done, and that will also take place in the old gym in the dance room. And they have a pretty active social media presence on Facebook and on Instagram too, if you would like to check that out. But if you have any questions, you can email Coach Phillip. That's Philip Williams, and his email is pwilliams@yumaunion.org.
All these schools, like this is a good example. School's only 6 weeks away from summer. So it's that time to get your registrations in for your respective schools, and if you're looking to do athletics, now's the time to start seeking what you need to do because a lot of times they start tryouts for the next year within a couple of weeks of summer, so because they practice through the summer. So you want to make sure if you are looking to join any clubs or any sports, that especially the ones that are at the beginning of the year, that you want to get on that right away. Cheer's tryouts for next year are starting already.
And a lot of the schools are already doing their 8th grade orientation or the little open house to let those middle schoolers come on over to the high school and just get a little bit of a small taste of what they have to offer.
Exactly.
A lot of opportunities. And, all of us, we were all involved in multiple activities when we were in high school. And I can't emphasize enough the importance of that.
You know what? A lot of times, there's stigma with band and choir. I did choir, I think, all 4 years. I loved it. It was so much fun. There is so much opportunity there to travel, to make those awesome friends, to get scholarships for college through your high school clubs and things. So definitely take advantage of it. Sports is always big, but there's other clubs there to look into. I loved choir, and I did flagline, I did soccer, I did as much as I possibly could, and it's a way to keep yourself busy too.
It is. I did volleyball up until all the way through sophomore year, and that's when I switched over to journalism because both required quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
And journalism was something that I was passionate about, and I knew I was probably a little better at that than volleyball because I came from an amazing city where they won varsity state lots and lots of years.
Yeah.
I think it was at least 20 years, if not more, under Norma Bellamy as the head coach. So I knew there were people better suited to follow along in that legacy.
Hey, you just knew what you were good at. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. But I was in National Honor Society and various other clubs and organizations, and it's about interacting with your fellow peers and even the advisors. You know, there's some of those that I see watching the show ever so often.
Yeah.
You know, teachers that really had a big impact in my life.
Amber says 8th grade night is tonight for Cibola. So, yeah,
Alrighty. She's got a little raider coming into the fold there. All right, well, we want to, again, congratulate the Yuma High School students who won at the Regional Science Fair. Now, today is a big day because it's tax day.
Tax day.
And if you did not know, there was a little bit of an extension this year. You may have been under a rock because tax day was on Sunday, and then yesterday was Emancipation Day, which is a holiday in the District of Columbia. So everyone was able to have a little bit of an extension to the 17th. Now, what that means is those of you hoping to file an extension, you still need to go through the proper paperwork.
Exactly.
And you will have until October 15th. That's not a full 6 months. It's not a full 6 months because it's just shy of that anyway, but that's my anniversary. So that's how I remember that.
That's how you remember.
And now, while it is the opportunity to file the extension, that doesn't give you an extension of time to pay. So you're going to have to pay an estimated amount and then deal with any penalties or fees that may arise if you don't get that amount correct. And it's kind of a guessing game. But some people, if your income has been the same and your deductions kind of pretty much on par with the previous year, you'll have an idea, even though some of the tax laws did change.
Exactly.
But even so, don't think you're just getting a free pass to give you 6 months to get everything taken care of. Exactly. And there are a few businesses that, these are nationally,
I saw that
are participating in some tax day deals. They just feel sorry for people who don't have to pay. I did. I sent my last check out this morning.
I saw you put it in the mail.
And that was California. So, yeah, we get hit all across the board. I got state back. We paid federal. And we owed California a little bit of money, too. But if you are heading out to some of the retailers, now, again, locations and participation may vary.
Just ask. All you got to do is ask.
Yeah, Firehouse Subs is offering a free medium sub from Wednesday through Friday with the purchase of a medium or large sub, chips, and a drink. So we do have those locally. You can check those out. And we will get to our Firehouse birthday shout-outs here in just a minute. Hooters is also offering free kids' meals for children under 12 with a purchase of $10 or more from a tax-paying adult at participating locations nationwide. And also look for buy one, get one free tax deals at your local McDonald's. Again, offers may vary by location. And Sonic is offering half-price cheeseburgers. I have seen it on the local signs. So
I was going to say, did you see it this morning?
I see it every morning. So that will be today at participating locations. And, of course, tax is not included. But still a good deal. And some of the other local businesses might be having some special sympathy sales for you. We'll just call it.
It's a sympathy sale. I like that.
Call it what it is. Okay, birthdays today. These are courtesy of Firehouse Subs and the Firehouse Public Safety Foundation. They save lives through donation grants. And when you buy more subs, you help save more lives.
That's
and
right.
You have a couple birthdays right off the top.
I do. It wouldn't be a birthday shout out if I didn't have one of my family members' birthdays today. So I want to wish a very happy birthday to one of my favorite cousins, Manny Almadova. We want to wish you a very happy birthday today. We also have one of our local monsters is celebrating a birthday today. It's Charles Fairman, a.k.a. Monolithic. We featured him quite a few times here on our local monster spotlight. He is actually a Christian hip-hop artist. So it's a little bit different, but it's definitely one that's well received by our audience. So Monolithic, we want to wish you a very happy birthday as well.
Well, one of my cousins is celebrating a birthday too. Melanie Bowden, who was one of the Safford High Bulldog, the Lady Bulldog teams that went to state. I think she was involved several years.
For volleyball?
Yes, she was. Her and her younger sister Darla. Darla was in my class, and no, I mean our actual grade because she's really good too, and was also our valedictorian. Just have to throw that out there. So they're smart and good at sports. Happy birthday, Melanie. Also, Amy Grace, one of our regular viewers here.
Happy birthday, Amy.
We hope you have a great day, along with Darlene Erbach, Pamela Wisher, Jay Arthur, and Elizabeth Canella.
Yes, well, happy birthday to all of you. And if you have a birthday shout-out you'd like to give, all you need to do is go to monstermediayuma.com, click on the Today in Yuma tab. There you will see the Firehouse Subs logo. along with a celebration banner. Next to that is an entry form. All you need to do is fill out that entry form. It goes straight to our inbox. And please give us 24 hours. That way we can make sure to get it on the proper day. And again, don't be afraid to put your own birthday out there. Nobody's going to know. All you need to do is send your name in and for the date that it needs to be said, and nobody will even know it wasn't you.
All right. Now, we're going to be getting to our guests here in just a minute, but I want to address something because I've seen some completely inappropriate comments surrounding this E. coli outbreak that they have traced back to the Yuma region. The CDC has not provided a breakdown as to which grower or which plant or whatever. They've just stated that they believe it's bagged romaine lettuce. But right after this was released on Friday, people were sending me links to some other media outlets, some Phoenix stations.
Well,
and
they were just
I read a couple of the comments, but from both of their TV stations, both of the comments from viewers or readers that I saw dealt with the fact that they thought field workers were relieving themselves in the fields. And that is so far from the truth because they have so many precautions in place.
So many precautions and regulations. I mean, even anybody that is here in the Yuma area during our winter season can drive by any field at any time and see that they have restrooms available to them. Never do you ever see anybody out there using the fields as their restroom. They have so many precautions. They have all the different regulations that they have to follow. So they have people that are coming constantly checking to make sure they're even. Now they're wearing, not only do they have to have their hair pulled back in hats, some of them are wearing like actual hair nets and things, because they do their best to keep our food clean, because it does go straight from the field. They wash it there, a quick rinse there, and it goes straight to the stores.
But we also want to remind you, I know the particular E. coli strain, it really gets in the nooks and crannies, especially of the lettuce.
Wash your food.
But wash your food. Based on this particular strain, the washing is, it's going to do minimal based on the severity, if that is indeed where they've tracked it to. But you're still responsible. In the grocery stores, they're keeping the dust off, but they're also keeps it prettier and hydrates your produce. But when you get home, even if it's bagged lettuce or anything like that, wash it and wash it well. People figure, oh, well, it's in a bag, so they cleaned it there. We need to do our part.
Yes, we have to do our part to keep ourselves safe as well. But yes, any vegetables in the produce section, wash it and wash it really, really well. Just because like Jennifer said, just because it's in a bag doesn't mean that it doesn't need to be washed. I think that would help a lot in these cases. Like you said, this particular one is a little bit different, but most of the time, just a simple washing, go through, clean up your food a little bit, and you should be pretty good. I mean, these allegations that we were reading, I thought were horrible. And like I said, even if they find footprints in certain fields, they find any bird droppings or animal droppings, they quarantine a whole section of the field just for that. So I think that is just very disrespectful, for one, because these people are out there doing the job that a lot of people don't want to do out there, and there's no way that is ever happening in our fields.
All right. Well, we can talk about this more at the end of the show.
Yes,
but
we could go on for days.
We have to go to break, and we'll come back with Alison and Joann and talk about the AWC Sustainability Fair. Today in Yuma is brought to you by Classic Accounting. They have over 30 years of experience and knowledge to benefit you. Need more time to file 2017 taxes? See if you qualify for an extension. Call Classic Accounting today at 343-1040.
And Sprite Sports, get ready for the Smith & Wesson Spring Fever Sale, coming to an end. It's coming at the end of April. Plus, all guns come with a lifetime warranty and a free range pass. You can find them on 32nd Street next to Lowe's.
And quick refrigeration. If your system has to work harder due to a clogged filter, it may lead to premature wearing down of different components. Don't forget to regularly swap out your air filters. Quick refrigeration. Visit getcoldquick.com.
And our friends over at Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services, they are Yuma's best. And you know what? Right now, you need to go to their Facebook page. They are offering a flash sale for spring flea and tick treatments, normally $125 value, but right now you can schedule one for just $50. It covers the interior, exterior, full yard, all of it warranted. You can give them a call at 928-343-9149 for details. And this is a limited time offer.
That's right. It's Today in Yuma on Z93 Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed.
When we come back, I have to tell Peter and Richard happy anniversary.
Okay.
I forgot.
I forgot to write it down on there. Hello, ladies.
Oh, it happens. Oh yeah, nobody caught it. I love that they're in there. She's probably turning bright red.
I'm sure.
Oh, that's funny. I'd be very scared today too.
That's hilarious.
Good morning yourself. What are you going to do, right? You can make that a little lower because I know you're so tall.
Well, my weight automatically dropped it, so I'm golden.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna make sure I'm not the one.
It'll probably be Jennifer. Hers has been going off.
No, it's,
You figured it out?
well, yeah, I figured out just the main audio. How to mute it. Dad, you're back.
Oh, I should have this. Did he run away?
Must have. It said he joined. And David, we think that they need defending.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about the field workers.
And
The
he's-
comments that we heard from on Phoenix media, people were blaming E. coli on field workers, relieving themselves. in the
Defecating in the field.
fields. Yeah, I saw that on Friday.
You know,
and
it's
I'm
probably
like,
people walking their dogs and stuff.
dogs,
Hello.
yeah.
People don't get it. Don't walk your dogs in your canals. Don't kick it into the canal.
Yeah,
All that they think it's just the field itself, but the canal feeds it floods the field.
Yes.
It gives it the water. Yeah. But he said, "Thank you for defending our hardworking farm workers." We still have 30
Well, I
seconds.
think our biggest
40
challenge
seconds.
is just the speculation.
Yeah.
People, we all too often speculate instead of verifying.
Yes.
Yes.
yep.
We had friends over for dinner last night. I had salad, of course, and there was romaine in there. And she's like, and she goes to Gila Ridge, and she's an FFA girl, and she's like, "Hey, Jim, you can't be eating this." I said, "Honey, I cut it myself." She's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "It was cut bagged." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And so she had a big plate. And we all woke up fine this morning.
Jen's favorite. Your jingle.
Commercial, your jingle. Yeah.
Quick.com. I'm gonna call and request it. Most requested song.
All right, here we go.
Yep. Morning, Mayor.
Ready?
Yep. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
And I'm Allison.
That's right. It's Torah Tuesday.
It is, and Alison has another guest with her.
I have Dr. Professor. No, I'm just kidding. Joann Chang.
I go by any of those.
Exactly.
Well, I was going by what you tagged her on Facebook.
I know.
So,
I know. It's okay.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, you are going to be talking about the Arizona Western College Sustainability Fair.
Yes. First, I want to remind everyone to register for classes. That's like hugely important. So they can log on to azwestern.edu/fall for fall classes or /summer for summer classes. So definitely I want that information out because everything is open right now. Registration is open for both of those semesters. Now let's talk about the Sustainability Fair.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I represent the Sustainability Council from Arizona Western College, and every year, pretty much near Earth Day, we host our Sustainability Fair, and this year it is our 11th annual Sustainability Fair. So we're quite excited. We've had this fair for quite a while, and we have quite a few vendors and people representing from the community coming onto campus to help us promote reducing our carbon footprint and helping us learn about different ways that we can be more sustainable. we're actually quite excited that the City of Yuma Utilities is coming along, because normally every year they bring their water table and kind of teach students about how to conserve water and what to do about water conservation. We also have Urban Electric, which is a group by Isaac Hayes, who is coming along to show us about e-bikes and giving us an idea of how e-bikes work and how we can use that along with us in our community. And I know we're having some bigger plans with the bike pathways around Yuma County, so that's always a neat thing to see. We also have Goodwill of Central and Northern Arizona also coming along to talk more about their recycling abilities. It's more than just that, what they do to upcycle and all the components they do involved with their community work there. Various different people. Well, Like a Girl, Shannon is coming along also to show us how to reuse her recycled steel. And we have our Arizona Western College and Northern Arizona University Science Club, who's actually going to have this little fun game teaching everybody about proper recycling. That's one of the big educational component that we need to do, is make sure that we educate everybody how to recycle properly. And so, yeah, I mean, just a lot of great people coming along on campus to help us, exemplify what it is to be a sustainable person.
Well, I like the part about teaching people how to properly recycle, because we're several years now into the recycling program with the city residents. We have the blue bins that we put out once a week, and I know some people still aren't putting the proper items in those bins. They just aren't exactly sure how and which, your number one, your number two plastics, the variety of the different things that can go in there.
Correct, yeah. So I actually, with my classes, I actually dumpster dive with my classes. Because many of my students in my classes also don't understand proper recycling. And so I'll actually physically bring the garbage can, bring the recycling bin in the classroom, and pretty much dumpster dive with them and pretty much show them, okay, yeah, this doesn't go in there. Yeah, this can go in there, but you also can't leave the Starbucks cup halfway full,
Yeah, it's got to be empty.
Yeah, it's got to be empty. And so it's a lot of those educational components. And so it's pretty neat. But the one other thing about our sustainability fair this year is that we really want to encourage the community to come, because we're actually having a grand prize raffle. And that raffle is actually sponsored by our AWC Foundation, and that raffle is an all-expense-paid scholarship to take our solar photovoltaic classes. It's a 2-course series class.
Wow.
So it pays for the tuition, it pays for the textbook, it pays for the fees. And so essentially it's allowing somebody in our community, or even college student, or somebody who wants to take that class, to enter into a raffle and actually win that scholarship and be able to take that class. And that happens in the spring. So basically we'll prepare the person to come along for spring of 19 to take that class.
That is a wonderful prize, too.
Yes.
All right, and the event is taking place this Saturday?
No, it actually is taking place this Thursday.
Thursday, okay.
And from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And so it's on campus, and it's pretty much near the library resources kind of grassy area. And so we encourage as many people to come out and kind of check us out. And we even have our wellness group that is coming on to give us yoga demonstrations at 9:30 and at 10:30. And there will be fun little hula hoops and kind of exercise things for anybody to do, kind of exemplify good workplace, but even home life wellness. And we are also very excited that our arts group with Brad Pease, his graphics group, is planning on doing the fashion show. And so that recycled fashion show.
I was going to say, is it recycled items?
Yes, recycled items. So it's recycled or upcycled items. And so they are quite excited. So they're preparing and they're getting their stuff together to try to do the fashion show.
Well, look at the whole recycling and upcycling trend with your pallets and other items. People are finding ways to repurpose things so they don't end up in the landfill, and they're creating art at the same time.
Correct. Yes. So we're very excited to see what the graphics group can do with the recycled stuff.
Definitely. All right, that's this Thursday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Arizona Western College, and they can find it pretty easily?
Pretty much, yeah. If they walk into campus, the main area, main grassy area,
It's between the two large silver buildings, basically, right?
Well, moving into where the library is, yeah.
Okay.
Is it where you eat chili in the fall?
No.
Okay.
It is closer to the LR.
I was gonna say, is it a little bit further
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think I saw that area. So it's definitely not hard to find. I'm sure. There's going to be a lot of excitement. So just follow the voices, and you'll be
Follow
there.
the voices, follow the signs.
Yeah.
And we'll have our boards out to kind of direct everybody to the fair. So you'll
And it's open to the community. You don't have to be a student.
Exactly. It is open to the community, and so we want to encourage whoever in the community to come by and kind of check us out and check out the fair and what it has to offer.
Are you anticipating any field trips from area schools?
We actually do have one school, I do believe it's Palmcroft, who's actually bringing 75 of their students
Oh,
on
wow.
campus. So we're very excited. We try to capture as many of our schools that we can. Unfortunately, it's right smack in the middle of the AZ merit testing, and so we try to encourage as many schools if they do have the time to actually come out and participate. Yes.
Well, I'm glad that they're bringing, like an elementary school out there. Start them young.
Yes.
Start them young. And a lot of times I found, even with my son, is when they learn something at school, like recycling or things of that nature, they tend to take it home to their parents and be like, no, Mom, this one goes in this one. This one's not supposed to go in here. So they kind of will direct their parents, too. So I like the idea of not only is it, like it's open to the community, but they're bringing in the elementary schools, too. Teach them young.
Yes, exactly.
All right, if people have any questions about this, can they find the info on your website?
Yes.
Definitely. We do have a slider on our main page that has information. Basically, it pretty much cycles on our main page.
Yeah, and it's on our calendar.
It is on our
so
calendar.
If you go to azwestern.edu, you can click on events and it'll pop up on the Thursday events.
Correct.
And that's where you can also get info on registering for classes for summer or fall.
That's right. And all the other exciting events that we have going on campus.
Yes, many things taking
Yeah.
place.
So-
All right. Well, again, if you have any questions, go to azwestern.edu, and I'm sure you can find some other stuff to look at while you're there.
That's right.
All right.
The graphic arts students have their stuff in the art gallery, and we just have everything going on. And it's this time of the year, too.
Yeah.
We have music, we have all kinds of things.
And then May, we got the student showcase coming around too.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of fun events coming around to finish up the school year.
Well, I can't wait to see photos from the event, especially what the graphics department comes up with. For the recycling, too. All right. Thank you so much, Allison and Joann, for coming in today and talking with us on Today in Yuma. It's time to take our Lotus Day Spa and Salon selfie. Maybe we should all do it with upcycled items. Did you whip something up and bring it in?
Sure did.
Okay.
Right now.
All right, we'll be back with AJ Mosqueda from the City of Yuma to talk about lifeguarding and other parks and rec things. Coming up, the show is brought to you by Classic Accounting. They have 30 years of experience and knowledge to benefit you. Trust Classic Accounting with your business, payroll, and monthly bookkeeping needs. Call 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports, visit their partner location, Truckmates, Yuma's home for snug top shells and lids, Linex spray and bed liners, 3M window tinting, and BDS suspensions. You can find them on 32nd Street next to Lowe's.
And they are still open. A car
Yes,
did
they
go
are.
through the building on Saturday, but they've been able to adjust and move everyone over to one side. There wasn't any structural damage, just cosmetic and no injuries, thank goodness. So Truckmates
goodness.
is open. And Quick Refrigeration, if your home isn't comfortable, it might be time to call a professional. Call Quick Refrigeration at 782-3691. Quick Refrigeration, heating and cooling the Yuma area since 1955.
And Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services are giving one lucky classroom a live butterfly kit and a pizza party. Public, private, or homeschool groups are eligible to enter. Go to Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services Facebook page to enter. Make sure you follow the directions, and Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services have been serving the Yuma area for over 20 years.
It's Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed. We'll be back.
I want to win that prize.
It's a pretty cool prize, huh?
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm like text myself to remind myself. Well, you ladies have a wonderful day. It was a pleasure to meet you and pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, it's our pleasure. We'll have to have you back.
Let's go take a picture. It looks fuzzy. It looks like there's something on it. There we go. Smile. All right.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Coming down.
Thank you.
I know you're so busy, so.
Yes, I got to go proctor a quiz.
I was gonna bring all you guys empty plastic bottles.
not get the floral memo today?
I know, but she got the blue memo.
You got the blue. We're
I
all
am not.
floral.
I don't have any floral print, but you girls are sure springy.
We don't even plan it.
Yesterday I wore a shirt that I hadn't worn since probably last summer. It's because it's a short sleeve one, and I finally brought it out, and it was almost. She was wearing it was the same colors. It was blue with white design, and her jumpsuit was blue with white stripes. And then today, all of us with our.
Well, they say we get it all in sync when we work together.
Oh yeah,
Top to bottom.
but I thought it was. I hadn't pulled that shirt out in months, and I pull it out, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Jennifer.
There's days we joke and say, "Oh, we Skyped to plan our outfits."
I don't
I don't know that we've ever Skyped at all.
When we try, it never works.
no,
So
that's
I
the
guess-
thing. The harder we try, we're
But
gonna
I
fail
even think
somehow.
it kind of happens with guys. Like some of the guys at work will, because a lot of us have the same shirts. Well, that way, if we have something going on,
You can match.
we can match. And we don't. I mean, aside from those days, we don't. People just pull on whatever, and we'll go in and we're like,
We're all
who sent
filling
out
this
the
shirt
blue
to-
memo.
We're all filling this shirt
But-
today. How funny. We have 15 seconds.
Is it cold where Mondo's at right now?
Yes, it is
Is he missing home?
Where's he at?
in Wisconsin.
Oh my god. Is it snowing?
Yeah.
Oh.
All the softball, baseball games got postponed
Oh my
because
gosh.
the fields are over a foot of snow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we don't have to shovel sunshine.
No, he'll be home in a month, so he's looking forward to it.
All right, we ready?
Yep. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We are here with AJ Mosqueda from the City of Yuma Parks and Rec, and you guys have information we want to share with the community.
Yes, good morning, girls, and thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here, and
Yes.
although it's a little chilly this morning for us Yuma folks, we're getting ready for summer. We are getting ready for summer, so we are currently looking to fill a lot of positions, and one of them is our lifeguarding, and we actually have a lifeguarding class coming up in the next couple weeks, and that is a prerequisite to be a lifeguard, is you have to come in certified as a lifeguard. So we are offering our course starting on April 28th, and folks can give us a call at the office if they have further questions, but you do have to be 15 years of age at the completion of the course. And that basically the course is going to provide a candidate with all the skills needed to recognize emergencies and how to appropriately respond to emergencies, whether that be in the water itself doing a rescue or on deck, for example, with a medical emergency where they can actually provide some basic care until EMS arrives.
All right, and again, as long as they're 15 by the time the course is completed, they are eligible.
That is correct.
And AJ, some people think, well, my child, maybe my 15, 16, 17-year-old, they're a great swimmer. But there's more to it than just that.
Absolutely. Number one, if somebody does have that skill set of being really comfortable in the water, that definitely helps because that's taking away that bridge of being uncomfortable in the water. So number one, it is absolutely helpful, but not a requirement. Some folks have this perception that, oh, well, my child had to have been on a competitive swim team or had to have swam competitively with high school, and that's not necessarily the case. They've got to be comfortable in the water and have some endurance and be able to work with those skill sets. But beyond that, there is a lot more to it. On recognizing emergencies and how to recognize things quickly, scanning the water, how to do a proper rescue where you're actually not putting yourself in danger as well. So there's a lot of things that take place with that, and that's the purpose of having that American Red Cross curriculum, is to guide and make sure that our candidates, our future lifeguards, actually have those skills.
And is there a cost for that class?
Yes, there's a couple different fees dependent on whether you're a city resident or a county resident. $100 if you're city resident, $130 if you're not. There is a small fee of $35 that you need to pay to the American Red Cross, and that covers your curriculum. A lot of things have moved online like everything else, so some of the coursework is actually done online on your own. However, the physical skills, it's old school. You're going to have your instructor there who's going to be surveying your your skills and critiquing and guiding you the right way. So it's called blended learning. So some of it is independently study online, and the rest is actually in a classroom environment as well as the pool, obviously.
You know what, with the access to the waterways we have here, the lakes and the river, a lot of people just think lifeguarding really only applies to a swimming pool. But while there are not city lifeguards down at the wetlands area, it's still a good skill set for people to have if you frequent those, especially if you are around children that are swimming.
Frankly, as a former lifeguard about 4 years ago, okay, I'm just kidding, I'm 4 years. As a former lifeguard many, many moons ago, I promise you I have done more rescues outside of a traditional pool working environment than ever did at a city pool. I've been at a baby shower. You've been at the lake, the river. I've been at hotel pools, and it's not even people I'm with. So you never know when you're going to need that skill, and it is wonderful knowledge, but it helps safeguard you, the potential rescuer. That's the biggest thing, because we all have this yearning to want to help somebody, but if it's putting yourself in danger, now we have two folks.
Right, and that's already been the case with one of the rescues that happened down
It happens
down
all the time.
by the gateway area. They go in to help, and then they become distressed.
Correct, correct.
All right, well, there are other opportunities. There's swim instructors, pool managers.
That's correct. We have all facets of the pool environment that we're looking for staff for. And our primary months for the community to really be using our pool, like in the open swim environment, swim lessons, are June and July, because I would say 90% of our staff are high school and or college. And we can't teach swim lessons at 10 in the morning during the school year because all of our students, they're in school. Correct. So the summer is really our busy season for not only our aquatics programming, but the rest of our programming. So that's why we're kind of looking for folks now to fill those spots. And if aquatics is not for you, there are other things as well. We have our Par 1 positions, which actually you can be 14 years of age. And those are folks that are under 18, and there's things at the Arts Center, at the golf course, Civic Center, Parks and Rec. So if you have kind of that artsy-fartsy background, that might be an ideal thing for you. And then we have the Par 2s, which you've got to be 18 and older, and that's more of a leadership capacity. So there are loads of opportunities. Just go to our website, City of Yuma, and look at the Parks and Rec tab, and you can see kind of what we do. And if you go to the Human Resources piece, you can see all of the job opportunities that are there.
Even sports officials.
Absolutely correct. We have all the youth sports and adult sports. We have sports officials, scorekeepers. Somebody keeps the scores for those games.
Exactly.
We don't get a plethora of volunteers out there. It's a paid position, so it's a great opportunity for some of our younger community members to get some leadership skills and
Earn some money over the
earn
summer.
some money. Absolutely.
Now, I know we have the summer activities guide that's
Correct.
out. Would some of these cover some of those activities taking place?
Absolutely. So the things that we're looking to help folks out with would actually be those opportunities, those programs, those activities. We're looking to help staff those right now.
And you know the pools and the referees and all those things, they really do depend on these students on their summer break to staff.
Absolutely
places,
correct. We could not do our programs without staffing them.
Even
obviously.
the different activities and things you have during the summer, like Camp Awesome and all of those instructors. A lot of those are college students that are home for the summer.
Absolutely
and things
correct.
Like that.
Absolutely correct. And we have a lot of folks that are looking for that summer job. But the beauty in all of our positions, it's not just a summer job. Some of these kids are gaining skills that they're going to bring forward to whatever their future careers are. Or maybe they're not sure what they want to do, but they're looking into social service, emergency response. It's kind of a taste of what there is out there beyond after high school, college, or your trade school.
And it's also great to have on a resume.
It sure is.
Fantastic. Again, so the first class that you have coming up is that the only class you're going to have?
That's what we no, we'll have more, but that's what we have on the schedule right now. They can always give me a call at my direct line at 928-373-5201. And again, we're looking for lifeguards, pool managers, swim lesson instructors. Now, I will say this. The American Red Cross curriculum requires that the candidate be 15 by the end of the class. Mm-hmm. The City of Yuma, for lifeguards, we do require you be 16.
Oh, okay.
And the reason for that is some of our pools have the playground features, and the manufacturer themselves requires the operator be 16 years of age. So we want to make sure we're compliant with that. So as the city of Yuma, we require you to be 16 to apply for one of those lifeguarding positions. But we have a lot of folks that are 15 and they're looking forward to next summer. We encourage you to do that. Get prepared, get that training done now, so the minute that you're old enough, apply for those jobs. But our programs, our pools, we operate year-round, so we have loads of college students that actually are working like 28 hours, and they work year-round, and they incorporate their work life with their school. So, for example, we have a couple of staff members that are going full-time to NAU Yuma, and they work 2 days a week, lifeguarding from like 5:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., and then they're doing school the rest of the time. So although our pools primarily are, really busy in the summer, we actually are year-round. We have a heated pool, Marcus. We keep it about 84 degrees, so aquatics is year-round in Yuma.
And what are we looking at? All of the pools being open this summer?
That is correct.
Restrictions? Or
we're going to have all 4 pools open. And that's the other thing from the user perspective. As a parent, if you're interested in getting your child in swim lessons, whether that be private, a one-on-one classroom scenario, or the group setting, those are filling up quick. We opened up our registration in March, and there are classes that are already completely full.
I was going to say, I know when Debbie was here, she did mention that there is only limited classes left that are available, because those swim classes, they get picked up real quick.
They do. They go really fast.
They do, and to be honest, in all fairness, we do restrict folks. So I, as a parent, couldn't say, I want to take this class. I can't sign up for 6 classes at once. We try and make it as fair as possible and equitable. So we do restrict you. And you can't sign up for all those classes at one time. It's a week-by-week type of basis. So we make sure that we try and make it available to as many people as possible, because we want to make sure that folks have the opportunity to be safer around water. So that's how we can help ensure that.
They do, and swimming lessons are so very important.
They
and
sure are.
The younger you can start them, the better.
We don't want our kids afraid of the water. We want them to respect it. And the best way to do that is to enjoy that. Whether that be lessons or in that type of play environment, but we want them to walk away with a skill set that they can basically know what they should be doing and shouldn't be doing and how to do it safely.
That's right. All right. Our guest today, AJ Mosqueda with the City of Yuma Parks and Recreation Department. Thank you so much for coming in. Again, if you would like details about any of these, or to get a downloadable copy of the summer activity guide, you can go to yumaaz.gov and find that all there.
That's correct.
All right, it's time for our Lotus Day Spa and Salon Selfie with AJ out in the courtyard. We'll be back with more of Today in Yuma after the break on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed. Don't forget, text the keyword DBACS, DBACKS, to 928-343-0993 by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll be back.
In the summer, we kind of bounce around all the pools.
I always forget how tall you are.
Smile.
You're going to look at her.
It's a selfie.
I think we're being mocked.
I'm the first
It won't be the first and it won't be the last.
Frank.
Oh my goodness.
Frank the dog.
Well, girls, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate
And thanks for
the
being
time.
able to come down.
Oh,
I appreciate that. All right. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Hey, girls. You too.
She's a really good speaker.
She is.
It is kind of chilly out there.
I like it.
I do
I got up early and watered because we need to work on irrigation in the front. So my flower beds aren't getting watered. So I'm like, oh, I got to water. So I got up probably quarter to 5 and started watering. And it was like, oh, I'm getting goosebumps. It's a little chilly out here.
But it's nice. You like those goosebumps.
I do. And then we checked the pool, put the vacuum on. It wasn't bad. It was not as bad as I thought it was. Because it was windy.
Look at the next to the last one.
No, when we were going to bed last night, I look out Eli's window and we have a tree. It's a few years old now, but when we first got it, the lightning hit it. So we were afraid it wasn't going to make it. And it made it, but it's had a rough go.
Right.
Yeah, like trying to bring it back, and it didn't grow for a little bit. Now it's finally grown and stuff. But we have the stakes because it's not super strong yet on the bottom.
Right.
So we have the stakes in. But I was looking out the window. I'm like, oh, because I could see the reflection because the sensor light in the back was going off because it was windy. And I see the reflection. I look at the tree and it's going, woo! I go, Kevin, you might want to go check on that tree.
It's having a hard time.
It looks like it's being blown around out there a little bit. So he went and checked on it.
I have info about both accidents from DPS.
No, and then this morning, Eli refuses, since he's been able to wear short
That's it.
short pants, he refuses to wear long pants. And I've tried to get him in them. And so today, shorts and a t-shirt, but I made him wear his little Nike, jacket.
Don't forget anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
And it's my mom's best friend's birthday, the one that passed. My namesake, Anna.
Oh, yeah.
Today would be her birthday. And my mom, they always joked because my mom's birthday is the 8th and Anna's is 9 days later. So Anna always called my mom the old lady.
How funny. Thought I heard a door.
The Today in Yuma phone line.
All right, you ready?
Give Jennifer and Teresa a call at 782-4321.
And I had my note here. Everything else was on top of
I
it.
understand.
Ready?
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We are here live on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed.
Yes, and I'm glad for Anita reminded me. I have my note here, but it was covered by other papers. I have an anniversary. I want to congratulate my uncles Peter and Richard. I believe it's their 3rd wedding anniversary, but they've been together forever. They are 2 of my favorite people, and we want to wish them a very happy anniversary today, and we love you both.
Both of them, some of the nicest guys you could ever meet.
Yes, definitely.
I think your Uncle Peter kisses me on the cheek every time he sees me.
He's a hugger and he's a kisser, but you know what? That's just the way he is, and he's the one I talk about all the time when we go places. We frequently, on the weekends, we will go shopping together. We'll go find, thrift stores or wherever we go, but anybody he passes as we're walking into the store, walking out of the store, or wherever, anybody he passes, good morning, how are you today?
He's so kind.
He's one of those that, and you can tell it takes people by surprise, but I'm sure that little piece of their day, they put a smile on their face. So.
All right, we have some information regarding actually 2 tragic accidents. We've had a variety over the last few days involving Interstate 8. And one occurred yesterday afternoon, and it was a 2-vehicle fatality collision on I-8 westbound near milepost 71. The driver of a white 94 Chevy motorhome was merging onto the right lane from the emergency shoulder and merged in front of a black 2013 Harley-Davidson motorcycle. The motorcycle struck the rear of the motorhome and ejected the rider from the bike. Aww. The rider is identified as 45-year-old Anthem, Arizona man Eric Thorsgaard. He was deceased on scene. And the other was a collision that took place Friday evening. We were out at the Taco Festival and started seeing information coming in about the closure. And John Curtis yesterday was telling us he was stuck in that. Mm-hmm. But John posted something that really, I admire him so much anyway, but his post created that much more. One sec.
Well, no, he brought up a good point with his post, and basically, you read it. I didn't see it until after the fact, but
it was, it's some people are finding an inconvenience to be stuck in that traffic delay, but he said lives are going to be changed forever as a result of those that are losing family members. And Friday there was a 2-vehicle crossover fatal crash that occurred at 4:25 p.m. eastbound I-8 near Gila Bend. Mm-hmm. The first vehicle, the Ford truck, was eastbound on I-8 in the number 1 lane near milepost 98 when the vehicle drifted off the road into the median for an unknown reason. The vehicle continued through the median that's across that dirt area with all the shrubbery and the greenery in between, and entered the westbound lanes and was immediately struck head-on by a Chrysler SUV. The driver of the pickup sustained serious but non-life-threatening injuries, and a 4-year-old boy in the truck sustained life-threatening injuries. A 5-year-old boy also riding in the truck sustained non-life-threatening injuries. The driver and the passenger from this vehicle were all flown to Maricopa Medical Center, and the driver of the SUV was pinned in the vehicle. He did sustain fatal injuries at the scene. There were 2 additional passengers with him, I believe a wife and a son, and they were flown to Abrazo West Valley Medical Center in Goodyear. And that individual the family has released the information, and that's how I initially found out about it. Longtime friends and acquaintances of our family. Went to school with my husband, 48-year-old Albert DeCourse from Goodyear, but he grew up in the Bard area, attended San Pasquale. He worked for APS. A lot of people in the community know them, so our condolences go out to them. And while I know there were children on a bus that were coming back from a field trip, and some people were a little frustrated by that, but you know what? At the end of the long day and the next day,
your children home.
Your children came home too, and they were safe. I understand that there were truckers who were providing snacks, and everyone kind of reached out to make sure that the kids were as comfortable as they could have been in that situation. But again, our hearts go out to those affected by this, and we cannot emphasize enough: pay attention, drive defensively, be vigilant. We're responsible for ourselves, but you always have to watch out for other people.
And we don't know the circumstances of these different accidents, but you know what? Even if you're a little bit tired, take a nap. If you know you're going to be on the road, there's so many cases of people falling asleep behind the wheel. There's obviously some health issues where sometimes things happen and that you cannot help, but do what you can to be safe, especially on those long roadways. And this was I couldn't even imagine driving down the freeway and seeing somebody coming.
No, we're so used to paying attention to who's coming up next to us or behind us. On a freeway, you just would not think, or an interstate with a large median between you, that someone would end up crossing over from the opposite direction.
And Cindy said, wear your seatbelts. Still so many people that don't wear their seatbelts.
Yes, just, again, and I know we say this time and time again, please share the road with motorcycles. People are just not paying attention to them. And people will come out and say, well, motorcycles aren't very respectful of others. You know what? We all have to coexist on these roadways.
Exactly.
And watch out for pedestrians, too. There's just no way around it. Please be safe yourself and watch for others.
Yes.
All right, today is the 17th of April. It's tax day. Get your returns in, and it's also...
I can't believe how many people I've seen, social media, that are like, oh my goodness, it's the last day. Or they're putting their payments, and I'm just like, oh my goodness.
Some people don't want to give the government money until the last possible moment.
I understand that.
And the one I was paying today, it's a quarterly, so it's something that's different.
It is different. It is different.
Yes, it is due, but today is also National Bat Appreciation Day, and I have some bat facts in these last few minutes.
Okay, what kind of bats?
Bats are great. Do you not want mosquitoes? Bats are your friends.
Bats eat
I have no problems with bats.
Me either. I like them.
Some species of bats can live up to 40 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bats can see in the dark, and they use their extreme sense of hearing. I did know that. Bats are the only mammal naturally capable of true and sustained flight. I think it's how they're actually designed.
Yeah.
There are over 1,200 known species of bats, and the U.S. is home to an estimated 48 of those species. Nearly 70% of bats are insectivores.
Yes.
That's why Anita's
We love our bats. We love our bats.
One of the largest bats is the giant golden crowned flying fox bat, weighing up to 4 pounds with a wingspan of 5 feet 7 inches.
That's what you.
That is
Australia.
Remember in Australia?
Yeah, it's Australia.
We were looking up those pictures of different animals in Australia, and we seen one of those.
Is that a wombat? Because I've heard about wombats.
No, I think it was one of those ones you just talked about because it was huge.
Well, a lot of people associate them with being dirty. Bats are clean animals, grooming themselves almost constantly. North America's largest urban bat colony is found on the Congress Avenue Bridge in Austin, Texas. It's home to an estimated 1.5 million Mexican free-tailed bats. And this colony of bats eats approximately 10,000 to 30,000 pounds of insects each night.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
What's that?
I can't imagine that.
Oh, yeah, and it's estimated 100,000 tourists visit the bridge each year to watch them leave the roost at twilight. I bet that is a
Amazing.
sight.
That is
And
crazy.
almost 40% of American bat species are in severe decline, with some already listed as endangered or threatened.
Yeah, my mother-in-law lives out in the counties, and we'll hear them. You
love
can't
it.
see them because it's dark, but you can usually hear
Hear
them out and about.
We have fruit bats with the groves
Oh, yeah.
nearby.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, is it a moth? No, it's a bat.
It's a rather large moth.
It can be a little disconcerting too sometimes.
Oh, yeah,
but
definitely.
I know they serve a purpose. That's why they're there.
Exactly.
All right, it's Today in Yuma. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Joann, Alison, and AJ. Coming up tomorrow, we have Sarah Wisdom for Wisdom Wednesday. Louis Galaviz from the city of San Luis, and our WTF gal, Anita, will be here with her weekly dose of positivity, and the Bare Naked Soap Co. drawing. The winner will be announced.
They're almost in their new location.
I know, I
I'm
can't
getting
know.
excited.
I can't wait for that.
I think that's our next field trip.
I love watching the progress on their
Yes,
Facebook.
definitely.
All right, it's Today in Yuma. We will see you tomorrow. KCYK Yuma and KLJZ Yuma.
Have a great day, Larry.
You too. Thanks, Larry. Thank you, Anita.
Have a great day, guys.